Hi everybody, good afternoon. I was asked to give you a couple ideas on how to use our rock crock. Right here you're going to see, forgot I turned it on. This is our Dutch oven rock crock. It's very deep, it's great for soups and stews. Anything that you want to do a ton load of food in, or you can bake in it like a cake or a cobbler, which is perfect right now with all the blueberries and raspberries out there, peaches, whatever you would like. The key with using our rock crock is you can use it anywhere you want, from the top of the stove to the oven, to the broiler, to the microwave, out on your barbecue grill, and in our slow cooker base. So today what I wanted to show you was me making one of my daughter's favorite things, which is chicken noodle soup. And I'm going to make it from scratch, so this will be kind of a process. You'll see me starting the soup right now, getting the broth made, and then later I'll show you the final product of that, and then tomorrow we'll actually put together the soup. So we're going to be using a lot of products within the next few days to show you how great Pampered Chef is to save you time in the kitchen. So again, the rock crock can be used for any recipes you want. You could make spaghetti and meatballs, you can make hamburger helper, you could do chicken, you can do stir fry, you can do anything. And of course, this isn't the only size we have. You can visit my website at www.pamperedchef.biz/velvetsweb with an S in the middle of velvet and web. And you can see all the sizes. We have a flat round stone, we have a square round stone, which is great for the barbecue grill, or for our new portable grill that we have. The square one is great for that. We also have a smaller one than this, which is called the everyday pan, which will also fit into the slow cooker base. We have a bigger one that's called the extra large, which is great for making your sauces, like your tomato sauces, or if you're doing a lot of canning, it's perfect for that. Or a small one for a side dish, like say scalloped corn, maybe a little mac and cheese for somebody. Okay, so what we're going to do to get started is I've had this on the heat with a little bit of oil in it to get ready for our chicken thighs. So we're going to make this chicken broth from scratch. So I'm just going to take, let me start this first. I don't have the new Pampered Chef salt and pepper shakers, but I do have an old version, so I'm just going to give it a sprinkle of salt and pepper because you want to flavor everything as you go. I'm going to just take the chicken breast, skin side down, and lay it in there, and you can hear it sizzle. It's exactly what you want to do. Get it sizzling, because that's going to create the brown, and that's going to create your flavor. Another big key is try not to get too much in there, so that's why I'm just kind of going to do 5. This is a littler one. And then what I did was I bought them at Walmart today, and they were really cheap. This whole package was like $6, so I'll just freeze the other part, and we'll use it for the next chicken soup I make. So, while that's going on, what we're going to do is get our veggies ready. Because the key to this is put a lot of flavor into the broth. That way you won't have to flavor a lot later. So I'm going to use, this is my Santuco knife. Mini. My small Santuco knife, yes. These are wonderful products. I will let you know, they're redesigning them somehow starting next year in September. I don't know how. So if you really like this version, please contact me right away, or order them from the party that you're viewing this on, so that you can have them. These will only be available until the end of the month. But why I like these is because the handle is all together. It's phenolic. It's very comfortable. It doesn't ever loosen because the stainless steel is all the way through the handle, as you can see here. The way to use this knife, and they stay sharp. If you feel like you need a little sharpening to it, there's the sharpening and honing blade that you just run it through a few times, and it's going to sharpen and hone your blade. Okay. Particularly this particular knife has these little divots in it to help resist sticking. So I'm going to put my middle finger up against this 90-degree angle, and I'm going to cradle the knife. And for this, I'm just going to cut off the tops of the celery. Okay? I'm going to leave this celery for tomorrow to slice up with our slicing grate. Now, with your broth, it's not going to matter if you leave your skin on your vegetables. because actually that gives it flavor too, and you're going to be straining it, so that's totally fine. Let me just check the meat for a second. You're going to know it's okay to flip when it actually loosens from the pan. So if you can loosen the skin, it's almost ready. So I am just going to leave that in a little bit more because the brown matters. You want to get this nice and brown. So I'm going to take a carrot, just chop that up into pieces. I chop my onion. I'm going to take some garlic cloves. Now at this point, most people are going to grab for their garlic press, which is fantastic. Okay, I use this all the time to mince garlic, but today what we want to do is just get the flavor release. Okay, so I'm just going to take, my family is a garlic family, so I'm probably going to take the rest of this head, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. No, like I said, no need to skin it. Just like if you were using our garlic press, you wouldn't have to take the skin off. But I'm just going to take it, whoop, and I'm going to press it down so that it's actually open. You just give it a good whack with the palm of your hand on your knife, and it actually releases that essence. So you can actually take this, if you do this, take the skin right off, and then rub it on your bread, and that will make wonderful garlic bread. Okay? There's a tip for you that. Or if you want to roast it, just take your head, cut off the top, add a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, stick it in the oven in tin foil, and you can have roasted garlic. Okay? So that's going to be all of our veggies that we're going to put in here. So let's just see how brown this is. It's getting there. See how it's getting there? It's just not quite. Nah, that one's nice. There we go. Okay. It's going to get some nice flavor. So then what I'm going to do is leave this heat on for just a little bit, and then I'm going to add all the vegetables to the top. I'm going to throw in my seasonings. One of the things with the rock crock is that the temperature will stay. So even if I turn this off, the heat is still there. It's evenly heating everything, so it's actually still cooking while we're going to add these veggies. So I'm just going to throw in all the veggies we just cut with the Santoku knife. And of course I did that on my phenolic cutting board with ridges. So if you're doing a watermelon or any fruit or anything that's juicy, these wells will keep that juice so you can put it back into your food or discard it. The other thing nice about the phenolic cutting boards is they don't dull your blades. Any knives that you use, these will be safe for. And they don't harbor odor or bacteria. So when we do chicken on it or meat on it, just wash it with hot soapy water, put it in the dishwasher, and it works great. Let me warn you, if you are using a wooden cutting board, that will dull your knives. Plus, it will keep the bacteria in there. It's hard to get wood clean because it just soaks up stuff. Glass will also dull your knives. So if you spend a lot of money on your knives, or you're going to spend a lot of money, or host a show and get those knives for half price, you want to protect them. Best way to do it is use one of our cutting boards, whether it be our phenolic ones or our flexible ones, which I really like because they flex, and then you can pour your food right in it. Plus, camping takes up a lot less space. As you see, I got tons of everything. Okay, so we've got that in there. So I'm going to throw in, and I don't measure for broth, I'm just going to throw in a little bit of thyme. I'm going to toss in a bay leaf. Now you're like, okay, remember, bay leaves you don't eat. So you want to take that out when you're done. But we're going to strain it with our strainer. This is called our scoop and drain. Scoop and drain, and we're going to get everything out of there and leave the broth behind. Just going to throw in a little bit of garlic powder. A little bit of garlic salt, or garlic and onion powder. Salt and pepper. Oh yeah, thanks. Salt and pepper. And remember, you're going to be able to taste this broth after it's cooked and before you add the noodles and stuff. And then I'm just going to take water. And I'm using my Easy Read measuring cup. And as my husband always says, I never put enough water in it. I'm going to try to cover the vegetables. Now remember, the meat's going to give off some water, and so is the vegetables. So just keep an eye on it, okay? I'm thinking that'll do us. So now, when you get on high heat or medium heat, it gets a little hot. So just make sure that you touch the handles to see if it's hot before you go to move it. And you're gonna put it right on top of the base. My slow cooker base is my friend. I was so excited about this product. I've probably used it at least once, if not twice or more a week since I got it. Why it's so great is, you saw I used the pan on the stove, and then I moved it over here and I finished cooking. It's awesome. Tomorrow we're gonna use this to make our soup. So basically this whole recipe is done in the same pot, and I don't have to stand there and watch it. It's a go, make, sit down, enjoy, watch a movie, go to the pool, anything like that meal. Yeah, you're saying it's 82 degrees out right now, and Velvet, you're making soup. Yes, because my daughter eats soup every day. She loves soup. So our favorites to make, and we've made this a couple of times, but we've also made the French onion using this product. And the French onion said she was the best she ever made. So I guess I better open a restaurant because I'm awesome. But really it was because of the pan and the way it cooks. The slow cooker base has high, low, and warm. I will warn you, the high is high. So if you're doing something like this, it's totally okay. But when you make stock, do not let it boil. When you let it boil, it does something to the bones and it releases something. So you just want it to be really hot, not boil. Okay, so we put it on high. I'll check it in a couple of hours, give it a little stir, and then see if it needs to go down to warm or not. And you're like, okay, how long are you gonna let this cook? I'm gonna let this cook all day, probably till 9 o'clock tonight. 9 or 10, that's how long it's gonna cook. The more you let it simmer and the more you let it meld those flavors, the better stock you're gonna have. Now, if you were just gonna make stock because you had leftover chicken bones, you just had a chicken, or you had a rotisserie chicken, do the same thing, let it cool, and then you can actually put them into containers for the sizes that you want, or if you like to add flavor to your food, just put them in your ice cube trays, okay? So that's a great way to store it. Pop them out, stick them in a plastic bag. You can reach and get whichever ones you want, okay? So this is our rock crock in use, making our chicken stock from scratch. So it's really not hard to do. Don't let it scare you. It's very super easy with our products, okay? Also, the rock crock, when I'm done with it, is going right in my dishwasher. Cleans up a breeze, okay? So let me know what you think. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment or PM me. Okay, this is Velvet, signing off until later. Bye.